Howdy y'all, this is Daniel and Maddie with Nicholson Farms. We've got a busy day planned today with working on our catch pens. We figured we'd bring y'all along with us, and so y'all check out what we got going on, and I hope you enjoy the video. So we let the goats out to graze this morning so they're not in our way. I've got a trailer full of panels and a couple gates that we're going to be putting up today, trying to get our catch pens done. Actually tomorrow we're going to be weaning our babies off, so we need these catch pens to be able to catch the goats and sort them and, you know, worm them and trim their feet and all that good stuff. So we're gonna see if we can get as much knocked out today as we can. I got Maddie up bright and early this morning, and she's trying to be happy, but we'll get her going here shortly. But we're gonna grab a couple panels real quick. We're gonna start on this little catch pen right here, and I put up yesterday. It was my day off, and I kind of worked around the farm all day long yesterday, doing a couple little things, getting ready. We put in a little cross fence right here, and we wired up all our gates in between our pastures so those young goats can't get in between those gates and come into the other pasture. So I think we're going to grab some panels and we're going to go ahead and get started. This one will be very simple. It's just going to be 3 panels right here, and then we'll have a panel going across that water tank. And then later on today, we'll be building some 6-foot gates out of some 2x4s and some panels. So let's grab some panels and let's get busy. Come on, girl.
I did it.
All right, so we got this first pen pretty much done, other than the gates. As you can see, we got a panel right here running to our existing fence. That's just regular field fencing, but it'll work. I got the hot wire at the bottom, so they're not gonna bust through that. And then we got another panel running right here, and then another one going back, and there will be a gate where Maddie's standing and one right here where I'm at, to divide these 2 pastures and still give access to this. I think we're eventually going to move our feed troughs into here and possibly be building some kind of hay manger or some kind of something like that. The next step down here is where this water trough is. We're not going to touch that right now. I've got 3 more panels on the trailer, and we've got to go work on our other catch pen. So I'd like to go up there and get that done first and see what kind of scrap pieces we have, instead of just cutting up a whole panel for this one area. So we'll go up there, we'll start working on all that up there, and hopefully we'll have a perfect piece to fit right here. If not, we'll cut a whole panel to go right there. And we also have 2 gates to hang up there. So we're gonna grab some more tools and some materials, and we're gonna head up to the front catch pen in the barn, and we'll get that catch pen going as well. So up here we got 2 gates to hang. We're gonna hang one on the front of our barn up here, and we're gonna put another one right here at the beginning of our catch pen. We got our cross fence here with the gate on the other side, so we can bring animals in from this pasture in and bring them around. We're gonna get these 2 gates hung up, and then we got a couple little patches of panel we need to put up. One little strip, where is it? Right there. And then we got 2 little sections right here we need to do. And then that's gonna be it for up here, and we'll be able to work goats up here tomorrow is the plan. And then we're gonna start building some gates after we get this done, and we're gonna go ahead and build 2 gates up here, one right there, one right here. Well, we're gonna wait for where we're at in our lean-to until we start building the lean-to, and all that's gonna be actually it's gonna be boards about chest height to kind of block the wind off of them. So we're gonna get these gates hung up real quick, and we'll put some more panels up. You got to use a lot of bits when you don't have the right one. All right, so the good thing about these hinges, or yeah, I guess the hinges, can you show them, baby? That you bolt all the way through the post, is you kind of adjust the level of the gate whenever you got it hung up, versus the ones that just kind of lag into the post. So Maddie's gonna hold the level on the gate now, and I'm gonna loosen it up and tighten it, see if we can get this thing level. This gate is hung, and then we'll do the same thing the other one and keep on moving on. So that one's hung. We're gonna go ahead and get started on the other one. We'll probably just put a time lapse. You just kind of soft. Hanging a gate's pretty simple, but we're just gonna go ahead and get the other one knocked out and keep on moving along. Alright, so we got that gate right there hung up. As you can see, it's not quite level where it needs to be. My poor daddy, he thinks he could be a carpenter sometimes, and he tries. So that barn's been there for at least 15, 20 years maybe. It's leaning and doing all kind of sort of things on its own. So we're gonna end up straightening that barn back up before we add on the 2 lean-tos. So we'll adjust that gate where it needs to be then, and we'll get that gate nice and level. And I'm probably gonna wait until then to build my 2 gates right here, just so I know my right measurements when I build those gates. But it's set up right now. We're gonna go ahead and finish putting the panels on this catch pen, and then we'll go down there and fix that water trough, and this project will be done other than building the gates. All right, so this catch pen's all closed up. Other than our gates, like I said, we're gonna wait on that. But we did have a scrap piece of panel. I should kind of show you what we'll do here. It fits pretty good. We'll use that panel right there and just build a frame out of boards. I'll show you that in a little while when I start building my other gates for the other catch pen we worked on. We still don't know what we're gonna do right here, so I just got an old panel just sitting right there for right now. I think there's gonna be another gate right there into that lean-to. We got this side closed up over here. We've got this corner right here done. And I'll show you this. Whenever we put these panels up, we always put them on the side that the animals might try to run through. So if we're working them in here, they might try to hit that fence. So you always want your posts to be on the outside and your fence on the inside. So when they hit that, they're gonna run into that post, and that wire the staples won't pull out of that. And we did the same thing in this corner. We took the ends of this panel and made sure they're long enough, slept it through there, and tacked it on the outside of the post. So whatever hits that, it's not gonna push through that on either direction. And Matthews went through and he's bent down the sharp edges close to the post so that the animal can't potentially hurt itself. So this one's done until we start working on those lean-tos and straightening up that barn to build those gates. We're actually gonna be making another video tomorrow of working some goats, and we're probably gonna do it up here in this pen, just so we can use that new gate to trap them up close into that barn and get our hands on them, and we can sort them off, because we're gonna be separating some goats tomorrow. So we're gonna go down there, we're gonna fix that water trough up, and then we'll probably take a little lunch break, and we'll get back to the video building some gates. All right, so for our water tank, we've got it lined up. It's a little off of that faucet. You're gonna have a gap in between right here. And then we're just gonna cut it pretty much flush with the tank and on the sides where nobody can get through. The only time I've ever had any animal get through a water trough like this is if your water's empty, which it should never be. But we'll do that, and then we might go back and add a T-post, kind of stable it up some, and then we'll get it all leveled up eventually. We're just gonna cut this right now, fill the tank back up for them today, and we'll worry about getting it leveled up later. Stop.
Come here. Come here.
All right. That's good to go. We'll get it leveled up. We'll get that float hooked up. I got to make a short little hose pipe from that faucet right there to that float. And each side of the pasture will have water. This just will help us rotate animals a lot easier and not have to worry about water. So we took a little lunch break, and over lunch I kind of got talked into using these old 6-foot gates that I had instead of building some, and I was debating on it anyways. These things used to be the gates to our round pens, and they're just kind of torn up, but I think we're going to put them up and use them for the time being. When we left to go to lunch, I told my brother to cut the water off in a couple minutes, and as you can see, we got a bunch of water on the ground, so I'll be standing in water while hanging these gates. And Mr. Rivers said it's hot here. It's about 75 degrees. Mr. Rivers has got into the water trough a couple times. It's hard to keep your water troughs dirty when your dog keeps getting in it. But we're gonna get these gates hung up real quick, and our catch pen project is done for the day. So hang with me just a little bit longer and we'll have it all done. So as you can see, we got that gate up. I'm not gonna bore you with hanging the other one up. It's gonna be the same exact thing. I hope you enjoyed the video. This means a lot to us getting all this done. So we're gonna make it easier to work our animals and take care of them and separate them as well. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with us. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Howdy y'all, this is Daniel and Maddie with Nicholson Farms. We got a busy day planned. Today we're gonna be working on our catch pens. We figured we'd bring y'all around. Would you look happy?